Hello everyone, welcome to Flotsam Ocean Survival Adventure with the new region update, which houses a lot of changes and, in my opinion, a lot of good things that I'm gonna experiment together with you guys. So they have changed the game a little bit, so we can have an handmade world or procedural world. And procedural means that it's like generated, and handmade is that it's set up by the developers for testing out pretty much. But we're gonna go for procedural, that's the one that I usually prefer the most. Okay, so here we have three beautiful little drifters. We got a body A-base, kelp paddle U-boat, and you guys gotta be able to name my people, so do let me know if you have a name for the game. The beachcomber, got some salvaging, got athletics crafting, got this desalination, research, we got athletics research, so this is a good researcher. U-boat, can see that holding a little beautiful book over there. And this one will be pretty good at fishing and getting around and crafting, and this one will be good at going and looking for things as well, for salvaging. And also a little bit of cooking. So I do feel like this crew is a pretty good crew. So let's get started with this little beautiful crew. Well, that is it then. The garbage floods wiping away our village. Perhaps we should stop sticking to these useless rocks and go explore. Who needs lands? The endless blue waves, that's all we need. The flooded world is our oyster. Let's polish the plastic into beautiful pearls, if only we weren't out of fuel. So now we're gonna name our town, and we might go for a random town. Lidderport. Let's go for Lidderport, that's gonna be our town. So here we are, a beautiful little boat, and our cute little drifter standing around, little pot on her head, and I guess they are ready for work. Here we got Lidderport, so let's start with the gathering a little bit of plastic around. And we can have it so all three drifters can go there and gather for a bit. So with the new region update, the beta, it has changed it quite a lot. There's a lot of like new landmarks since I played the last time, and they work a lot differently than before. It feels like they're a little bit more random what kind of resources they have, and also they look a lot cooler. So if we head over to this place, this last time that I played, this one did not exist. It looks really beautiful. We can take a trip over there soon. So this is the electric shop. There's a paper smell in the air. We might find some old manuscripts about the way of life in the old world. So we got some metal scrap, we got some dry wood, we got some electric scrap, some batteries, and a little bit of canned food, and that's gonna be really useful. So I think we can head over there. Let's look around a little bit first. Got polluted woods, and polluted wood had changed it a lot, and I also have noticed another thing that's pretty interesting. So you move around your boat, right, with clicking, you can see how much fuel it's gonna consume. But if you press your W key, you can actually travel around with WASD to travel around freely if you want to. And it is kind of cool. However, when gonna turn takes a while compared to if I would just go like that. It wouldn't consume any fuel for turning around, right? And you can't do that with WASD, it seems. Not as far as I've seen. But let's maybe head over to... Should we gather a little bit here first? Yeah, let's do that. It's always good to have a little bit of plastic and some floaters, and maybe a little bit of wet wood as well. So let's start with this. Should be pretty quick. And I think you can swim a lot further than before. I'm not sure, I felt like you could, or at least maybe to the landmarks. So let's have like two go to that one, and then we have a little bit of wet wood. So we're gonna pick these up, and I think the graphics might have changed for these as well. It looks a little bit more beautiful. I feel like overall the game is more beautiful and more interesting, and compared to before they have changed it so instead of making the desalination, you do make the solar still from the beginning for now. Even though this is all subject to change, you can change it at any point, right? But you will slowly generate water with this one. And I guess we should do a little plastic walkway to begin with. And we also have to be a little bit careful with the food pollution, because that update made so you have to be careful with what kind of food you eat, because different food have a different amount of pollution in it. And we don't want to get our drifters sick too often, right? Because that will kind of hinder our development of our colony. So let's maybe make a little thing over here. And another thing they added since I played the last time is looking a little bit different when you're making walkways, right? You can use it to be able to make really long ones. But now we got this thing, and you can also make so it snaps around. And I can also add a grid that you can easily see what you're doing if you want to align things perfectly and so on, if that's what you're looking for. So I could go like that. I usually myself, I don't like to have it on, but I do think a lot of people will like the feature quite a lot. So our storage is getting kind of full. Let's get some more containers with that. I like to do at least like 2-3 of these in the beginning, just so we can hoard a little bit of things. Because you gotta be able to hoard an ocean to collect the things you need. And maybe a plastic recycler would be nice. We can have it right next to where we hoard things. So let's put that one there. In this one we will be able to make floaters that we also can gather when we're swimming around these little piles. We do have a few floaters around sometimes. We use plastic to create more of them if we need them. And then we're also gonna need to have some drying racks which dries up the wet wood. And this one we'll be using 2 floaters each to craft those. So food, we are kind of low on food, but water we are pretty good at the moment, but we should be careful so we don't run out of it. I usually end up with beds pretty late. It might be maybe worth to get a little bit earlier than I usually do, but we will see if we can afford it. So to make the beds we need to have planks and floaters. And I guess we could gather a little bit more plastic if we move to this one. So I might be heading over to the electric shop later on, but for now I think we're gonna head over here. Every drifter they eat like 1 food a day, so we should be fine. So we're gonna have 1 more food for the next day. And they also have this little system down here, so if they don't get food one day, they will down to 3, 2 and 1, and then they will die from not eating enough, right? I think we're fine for now. So here we have an highway. This one has had a lot of metal. Got some electric batteries, got some generator. Been a while since I saw them. And the cool thing, like I said about the landmarks, that they have changed. They look a little bit different. And they also have different things on them depending on what loot they got. And you will actually go and harvest the different parts. You will see that when we go to them. This one is kind of nice, but it feels a little bit like an advanced landmark to go in the beginning to. So I'm not sure if I want to waste my storage space for it for now. It's not gonna go away anytime soon anyway, right? So drying racks, and we can have maybe... Let's maybe have so we can have a pathway in between here later. If I do it like that, I can squeeze one in there. Yes, perfectly, awesome. We're gonna be able to dry a little bit, and then we can make maybe the walkway a little bit longer here. And if we turn on the little grid, it may be able to help us a little bit. It looks like it's kind of sitting in the middle over there. Looking good. Okay, so it looks like we got all the beautiful plastic. I kind of want to get a generator. Maybe I can just send them over to gather the batteries, and I guess we're gonna need a little bit of metal scrap, so we can send them over. Not the most important thing is to get in the beginning though. But look at them, they're picking down the signs from the highway. This guy is probably getting some batteries. Ah, are they taking the car underneath? Okay. There we go, some batteries, a little bit of metal. I really love that they made it in this way. They will actually gather the things and you can see what they gather. I feel like it didn't used to be like this at all. It's way better nowadays. I do feel like the immersion is very important to me in games. So I really love that. But we should be getting some more drying racks. We can also upgrade these later to dry 3 to 5 wet logs at a time. If we can only have like 1 to dry 5 instead of building 5 of these, could be worth it sometimes. So our energy has gone down and food is down to 1, but I think we should be pretty fine anyway. Like I said, we're not gonna die off if we miss food for 1 day, even though we're gonna try to maybe not miss it outright. And we can maybe disable the gathering metals here, so we try to just get the last batteries and the generator, because this one I think is gonna be quite important to have. So there we go, now we can cancel this monument. And who knows, maybe we come back to it at a later point. We do need more storage, I see. So to do more storage we do need to have a little more of floaters, which we can craft in this one. Turn the beautiful plastic into floaters. And just stuck it in, piling it on the roof as well. So let's see then. Let's maybe go to the polluted wood. This should have a lot of dry wood, which we're gonna deeply need while we're trying to make some planks. So the polluted would have a lot of different variation nowadays. This is a really small island, but I know there are some really big ones. And just like the other one, I really love how they interact when they're gathering. You're gonna see when we're gathering from this one. But actually chopping down the trees is so much better, right? Really cool. There weren't a lot of dry wood over there. So let's make a woodworking shed. This one we can make planks inside. And, did I have it? Let's see, maybe if we do one of those, and then we do this one to the side. We can have two of them for drying some logs. That should be good. And I don't think for now that we need any more of plastic or maybe wetwood. Maybe wetwood, perhaps. But mostly we do need to find some food, and we know where we have a little bit of food. And soon we have to also think about getting some production of water. But solar steel, this one is kind of expensive though, 4 planks and 6 floaters. But it's not expensive considering if we don't have it we will lose our drifters, right? So it's like a good investment. Ooh, here's another polluted woods. I have never seen this one actually. So this one have water. It has fuel and dry wood, and the cool thing is that you can see the things kind of they have. I'm guessing this is the firewood. You can see there, and there's some water. So that's this one, and then we also have the dry wood, which is the trees around. It may also be some of the houses that we will extract a little bit of resources from. Look at this little bridge going out there, beautiful. But we're gonna go a little bit closer to that one. It didn't have any food, but I think we can make a quick stop to that one. I think it's this one. Let's make a little quick stop. And let's travel with WASD. And with that one we can get really close. We can't get too close. They're probably gonna change that in the future, I'm guessing. Because we can get really close. Like I can go like this. And be super close. And I think this is fine. But if you have like a really big town, you will kind of be inside of the land. Because you can travel right through it at the moment. But it's an beta, so that makes sense. Okay, so they're gathering a little bit. Took those tables. Getting the fuel from the campfire. This one seems to take a little bit longer. Okay, there we go. And I guess the water, there's still a little bit of water in that one. There's some fungi here as well. Don't seem like we can collect them. It would be kind of cool if someone maybe would require certain tools to gather their resources. That could be interesting to create like sort of a progression system for the game. You have to have better tools to be able to gather certain things maybe. But who knows what the game is going to bring in the future. And let's make some more floaters. And let's make a little bit of planks. So while you're doing that, we can travel around the ocean a bit more. And like I said, we do know where we had some food. I did see like a building over here. Is that the building we came from? I don't think so. But it looks like it's something similar. Could be the same one. So look at that. Eel Electric Shop. Isn't this one beautiful? I love how that one looks. It's so beautiful. So, I guess we go here and gather. We get some good food to be gathered in this one. I guess we only need to send 2, but if they ain't busy with anything, they may as well go there and gather things. So now they're looting from the shop, chopping down some trees, salvaging some cars. And this guy even, I think even, yeah, went into the building. That's so cool. Take that beautiful tree. Pollutato fries? Is that polluted fries, I guess? Okay, yes, there we go, we got everything. And I think we could actually afford to make one of these. Yes, we can, okay. Yeah, I think we should do one of those. It slowly generates water, so it may be good to do pretty early. Let's make a little walkway over here. And let's see, how expensive was that actually? Ah, it doesn't say anymore. Is it always 1 to build them? Nowadays? Yeah, I think it's only 1 if you make a full one, okay. That's pretty good, I guess. And let's make some solar cells then. Can we start with one over here? This will generate water slowly. Our storage is getting kind of full again. Let's make maybe a few more floaters and also a few more planks, since we have both plastic and dry wood. And here we have another cozy night. I'm sure trying to make some beds. Maybe we can do that after this night. It can be free They only gonna be 2 floaters each and 2 wooden boards, so it should be fine. And maybe they will sleep next to the water so they can protect it, so they know if anyone tries to sneak inside and drink the water. Okay, there we go. That night is over. And we do have a fishing share. This has been a pretty interesting change as well. We have these in the beginning to gather a little bit of basic fish to get some food. And I do think we should get one. So let's make one over here. We also do need to have an fish sticks. We can dry some fish. And another thing, let's see. Anyone was good with building? No, okay. I usually prefer if someone's good with building, just give them highest priority with that, so you ensure that it goes the fastest. And it can be good for a lot of things, but I feel like in the beginning, it kind of feel like you can also get locked up in different tasks. I think in this case it would be fine for salvaging. Because going to the landmarks, not something we do all the time, right? So let's maybe look around a little bit more, see what we got. So that's where we came from, that's that shop over there. Let's move a bit. To get more power at the beginning of the game, we use our boat, the main boat, to generate a little bit of power with some, physical workout. The plastic, it looks like we need a little bit new plastic, so let's gather a little bit of that. 5 floater. Oh, that's a really big field. Let's remove that again. And move it and make it big. There we go. That's plenty of plastic. And I want to find some seaweed, because with seaweed we can make ropes. With ropes we can make some boats and so on later on. And we can also upgrade our drying racks so they can dry 3 at a time instead of just 1 at a time. So that's going to be useful. There we go, we got 3 beds. Now we're doing a little bit of fishing. Looks like the U-boat is getting some beautiful, delicious, polluted fishes, it seems. And then we also do need to do the fish sticks to dry the fish. So that's gonna be a little bit of planks and a little bit of floaters. So I guess we may as well craft a few of these. There we go, we got one. We got an bottled fish. But that's fine, we can dry that one up. We can also remove the bottle later on to make it be less polluted. And we can also set up here so we don't fish too much. Oh, haven't they added that yet? Daily you can set a daily production limit. Okay, so we can lower this one to let's lower it to 4, so they will only be doing that for a day, it seems. Can I do the same for these ones? Doesn't seem so. They have to control with the producer management, but that's kind of cool. I guess when they cut 4 of those, they're not going to do any more then. After the next one, he's going to be able to do some other things. And perhaps we want to do the fish sticks right next to this. Maybe they don't want to sleep next to the dried up fish, I don't know. Maybe we can have it on this side at least. I think it's fine to squish in another one of those. We can probably see that if we can. This one needs an entire tire square like that, it seems. Almost. Yeah, this should be fine. So now they're not going to be fishing anymore then, that's good. We can dry them here. And if you want, we can also have a storage where we drop the fishes. We can have one over there. And then we can change these ones to not store any fish later on. If we go like that. No food either, I guess. We can have normal food, I guess. Because then we will have a little bit quicker to go between these to make the food we want to do, so we don't have to run around back and forth, right? We want to be efficient with things. But now we have beds for everyone, so I'm pretty happy and satisfied with that. But you know, do need a little bit more floaters and wooden boards to make another one to gather some water, because I know we're gonna need some more of that. I think I'm gonna cancel this one and maybe we'll go a little bit closer to that one or a different one. Yes, we don't have to swim so far to do it. And another thing I want to do pretty early on as well is to get a research station. That way we can research new things for our town. And we also want to get one of those towers pretty early where we can scout to find points of interest around the world. Like finding new drifters and so on. Okay, let's just go on this way. Oh, there we got some seaweed. I wanted to find some of that so we can make some ropes. That's beautiful. Let's make a stop here. Oh, the seaweed is right in the town. Okay. That should be really quickly gathered. It's kind of the quickest way to gather things if you just stop on top of them, pretty much. Ooh, that looks like a nice monument. It has a fire over there. That's like over here, I think. I think there may be a person over there, since there's a fire going on. We're gonna head towards that direction soon then. Hope to find a little survive over there. And the nights are so cozy in this game. It's really beautiful and cozy. Okay, so now they are hungry. Some of them didn't get food, but I think we're gonna be fine soon, I hope. So then I'm gonna change this one, none, and then we can have, I kinda only wanna have really like fish on these. Something like that, maybe. I guess we could have seaweed on it as well, but not for now. Okay, research station, I think we should do this one. And if we have like just one like that, so that's pretty good with the grid. We should be able to squeeze in like a walkway over here. Awesome. Doesn't make kind of have possibilities to go around a little bit, but maybe want to have it like that. That's pretty neat. With that thing we can research some new beautiful things, and we have another storage. Yeah, let's go with another one. So now they're generating a bit of power. U-boat is using his arms to generate some power for our town, and you can even see the battery. I think it's this one. See the battery level at the moment, so when it's fully yellow it will be ready to be filled up and be full. Okay, let's go over here. Should be that beautiful island we saw. Should be getting closer. I think it's this one. Rescue. Ooh, I'm not sure if I've seen this one before. Yeah, there is a guy over in this one. Look at that. Who is this? Hey, Slushy. He used to be a cricket cook. I believe the crickets were the next big thing in superfood before the first flood, and they will not shut up about it. So really good cook. That's awesome. Later became a ghost ship hunter. Keeping a little salt in your pockets will ward off the ghosts, spirits and other assorted apparitions. Keeping a lot of salt in your pockets will have the opposite effect and quickly become very unpleasant. So that's pretty awesome. Feeling awesome. He's feeling awesome. He wants to be rescued. Let's rescue him. Let's send over someone to help him. And it also do have some firewood, drywood, metal and some plastic waste. I don't think I've seen plastic waste on islands before. That's pretty cool. So let's send over some people to loot that then. Another pair of hands is going to be really useful to have in town. Even though that means they're going to be eating more and drinking more in town, I feel like it's going to be worth it. Just slam it down and get the firewood. Thank you, thank you. Pretty cool houses. A huge sofa taking up the entire room pretty much. Maybe with that we're like a gaming room with a big sofa perhaps, but maybe. So I wonder, I'm thinking of increasing the limit here a bit, like 6 of those. And we could maybe do another fish stick, but at the same time they're only using 2 out of 3 at the moment, so it seems like we maybe do not need that. Those are ready. Looks kind of disgusting, but I guess it's food at least. We've got some seaweed over there as well. And seaweed can also be turned into food if we go and research that. But now that we have the research station, we also have to hook it up to the power of our main boat. So this one we can link them. But it's too far apart, which means we do need to make an electric pole. So let's put that one over there. And then we can connect this one to that and link it up to this one. Then that means we can start to research things. When we have books, we also do need to find the books. That's another change. It changed it from research with floaters to books, which I think is a really good thing, because research with floaters felt a little bit strange as a temporary solution, but I feel like this is way better. But that means we do have to find books. And if you're unlucky, we may not find books for a while. So there we go, now we can use this one, if we have books that is. So it looks like some people are not busy all the time, which maybe means we can maybe do another one to fish up some fishes. Let's do a little bit of crafting first, queue up a little bit of that. A lot of floaters. And let's see the next destination. Sometimes good to like go down like that to look around a bit. I think this one looks interesting. Let's head towards that one. Our ship is currently light as well, which means we are using not so much fuel, which is pretty good. Oh, this is an intact bookshop. Awesome. That is exactly what we want. This is what will allow us to start researching. This one have 10 books. There are paper smell in the air. We might find some old manuscripts about the way of life in the old world. Just going in, hauling in the books. This is not a beautiful landmark as well. Here we got some more seaweed, awesome. It looks like we may need to make a bit more storage soon. Let's extend this one a bit, like that, and then we're gonna put in another little fisher possibility here. And maybe another one of these drying fish sticks. Oh yeah, we need another house, yes. Okay. Maybe there could be good. I think we can maybe... exactly, we can fit it in there, okay. Maybe this bed would be at the other side. Yeah, maybe next to the town heart. That could be nice. For now, at least. But guys, this is gonna be it for the first episode of the new series with Flotsam. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. I feel like I enjoyed quite a lot. I love the change of how we gather things and how things have changed, how it looks with the regions, with more unique landmarks that looks different every time. Have different resources pretty much every time you go to them, and the changes in production, what way you produce things with what the buildings and so on. For example, with the solar stills rather than the desalination at the beginning. But guys, hope you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to leave a like on the video, subscribe, and I hope you all had a great start of this new year. I know I've been away for quite some time. We're sick for like 2 weeks and so on, but I'm finally back again, and I'm hoping for a great year and a lot of new adventures to come. So thanks for watching today's video. I hope you got a good time and have a great rest of the day. Thanks for watching. Take care.